Sammy Cantwell, thanks for joining us on VIP Boxing YouTube. And September the 5th, I'm sure the biggest fight of your life against Ricky Little for the Southern Area Super Flyweight title. Do you see it that way?
It is, Steve. It's the best opportunity I've got. It's on Channel 5, my first title fight. And hopefully if I win, it will open up the doors to hopefully bigger opportunities. But I have to win September 5th, otherwise all that goes out the window.
I mean, it's been 2 years since your last fight, and even before then, I think it was about 9 fights in 4 or 5 years. So it's you know, why has it been quite, that looks from the outside at least, a slow burning career?
Injuries, if I'm honest, injuries. I've had to come back from a couple of really bad ones where I didn't think I was going to be able to come back, if I'm totally honest. And during the period as well, you know, like when you're on small shows, sometimes they get cancelled or opponents get pulled late. I've had like a little bit of situations like that as well. Me and Ricky were supposed to fight April, and obviously with the virus, that sort of put everything back again. So I'm glad everything's back on track. And as I've been out completely. I've been away to Ukraine sparring for 3 weeks with world champions. Like, so I've been in and out of the gym. I've not done anything for that period of time.
Who was you sparring with in the Ukraine? Tell us about that experience.
The WBA champion Artem Dalakan.
Oh yeah. He's been
so I went there for 3 weeks on my own. So that was a great experience for me because I've never done anything like that before. So that was really good for me. So that was good.
Well, did you just get up on your own and just fly over yourself, or did your dad go?
Yeah, they contacted Speaky and said, would I go for a couple of weeks? And then when the flight tickets come through, it ended up being for 3 weeks. So Mr. Honour have to explain that to her when she was about to give birth. It was a bit difficult, but no, she's really supportive. So yeah, we went for 3 weeks. It was really good. It was lonely for 3 weeks, but they really looked after me. Sort of gauged where I need to be or need to get to. So it was good. It was a good, tough experience for me.
Did you get back for the birth of your child, or?
Yeah. No, I was back about 4 weeks before, so it was all right. It was good.
God, you got an understanding wife, you. But
she's really supportive. Honestly, like, you can't do it unless you've got really supportive people around you. So I'm really lucky in that sense.
Well, you were not just your wife. I know, you know, your mum, because she was with your dad, and your dad had a distinguished career as an amateur and then as a pro when he won a British title and I think it was 3 or 4 world title fights. So, you know, you've always been around that environment, haven't you?
Yeah, I've always been around it. I've always, I know what it takes when you have to work as a team and all work together. And Bo's got that together really quickly and understood that, where some people would probably maybe struggle with that at first. But we're all like a tight unit. Even now, we all like gel together and we like to help me and stuff. So yeah, it's like carried on basically.
Your dad won a British flyweight title. You're at Superfly now. What is one of your ultimate ambitions to win that British title? So, you know, so few father and sons have achieved it.
No, that's my ultimate. That is obviously what I want. If I win on the 5th, that is a massive possibility then. So that is my dream. Obviously, I could drop down to fly as well. This opportunity come up at Superfly, but I think some Mickey Elliott put in on my debut. I think it's something like if me and Dad win it at flyweight, it's like something. No father and son have done it for over a certain amount of years. It's
wow.
It's a massive number. So, yeah, so I've always remembered that. So that is obviously my dream and my goal, to box for a British title. But obviously I have to win on the 5th to make sure I can hopefully make that realistic.
I mean, if it's at Superfly, Sonny Edwards is the British champion. Do you think he's going to hang around at domestic level or kick on, or if you have to face?
I think he'll kick on. He's a special talent. I think he's beyond this level already.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's class. I think they're class. Both like brothers. The world stages. I don't think they'll hang around for too long, unless obviously this virus plays out, and then you've got no choice. But I can't. I think the time I get to them sort of thing, I think they'll possibly be gone by then. But we'll see. You never know, do you?
No. Well, yeah. Boxing, stranger things have happened. You know, you're speaking, you're gushing in praise on Sonny Edwards there. In 6 months, suddenly it could be you and him. Who knows? In boxing, who knows what?
Yeah, you never know. I'd still be praising him. I'm not that sort of person to. I've not been brought up to like slag people off or anything like that. He's you can't not. He's an amazing talent. You can't not say otherwise. I don't think so. But you never know. You never know what things happen.
So is your dad training you now? So I know he's in the corner.
Yeah.
What's it like having your dad training you? Because he's always been around you. I know, but
yeah, I know. Honestly, we're really, really close. Like we literally live like he lives 30 seconds away from me, around there. So he lives like I live around the Crescent. I live like literally around there. But we work together in the gym at night. We train together. We're really close. But you can only really do that if you're got a special relationship, I think. Yes, I probably might get on his nerves sometimes and things, but we're really close. We've always been like that. I trust him more than anyone. He sees things sometimes that other people don't see, so where he's been at that level. So yeah, it's good for me. It works for me anyway. It might not work for everyone, but it works for me.
Yeah. Well, hey, if it works for you, then it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, does it?
No.
So, yeah. What do you remember of your dad's career when you was a young kid growing up?
It was. I remember my first ever fight was just before his British title fight, but the main one I went to was the British title fight.
Steve Knox, yeah.
I remember just being there, and me and my mum's legs were like you'd shake like a leaf. It was like horrendous, but and then he got to obviously box with Matt Lala on the Nassim Ahmed undercard, and you don't realise how big of a thing it was, do you, when you're a kid? But we're all so proud of him. He done like amazingly well. He's much better than I am, like amateur, professional. But he's like a special person, I think. So he's a really nice fella.
Yeah, so you think he's better than you? Yeah, you're quite.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Like, I'm very content with that. I'm very happy with that. I'm not one of them kids who think I know my sort of level. He operated at a much higher level, I think. He was like that's his thing. I'm very content and happy with that. I'm not one of them people that think, I know my own where I am and where I'm at. Don't say I don't want to get there, but I know myself.
So what are you saying? Realistically, you can win a British title, but you know how much more you'd have to find to go on to the.
I think so. I think maybe because Steve only had 4 amateur fights.
Yeah.
So, I started late. I always I don't know if I played football when I was young. I come into it very late. Don't say that I don't want to learn and really I try hard. Don't say that I can't get there. It's just it probably with the experience side, I think it might be that little bit harder when you go to them extra levels. But that's why I went to Ukraine for that amount of time as well, just to gauge where I roughly was. So yeah.
Have you done any work with Ricky at all recently at all? Because I know you used to come up to Manchester.
I went up the other year and I really enjoyed it. I loved it going up there. They really look after me. He's a really good coach, Rick.
A lot of people tell me that.
He tells you things and teaches you little tricks. And I think sometimes when he speaks to you, you learn more also that way as well. But obviously with the babies and stuff, it's been a little bit harder to get up there. Sometimes you probably have to be a bit more selfish to go and do them things. And I'm not really that way inclined, if I'm honest. Also, I'm a bit of a home person. I love being around my family and my girls. That's what makes me happy. So this time as well, leading up to this, for my first title fight, I need to be at home. I need to know all my runs, what I'm doing. I need to be around what I'm around.
And it's also a big expense coming up to Manchester 3-4 weeks at a time to pay for hotels or an apartment. There's that to take into consideration.
I just keep at Speaky's house.
Did you?
Yeah, even Denise put me up for like the week, and they really looked after me. To be fair, I've always been really looked after by everyone up there. It's not really that side. It's just me leaving the girls, and like Bo has to work, and like Dad then has to cover me at work. It's like a knock on, you know. Look, they would let me go, but it's just me. Sometimes I'm a bit hesitant on it because.
Right. I think I was staying with Speaky for a week. So just outside of boxing, you touched it there. Your dad has to cover you. Well, what are you doing outside of boxing, your father and yourself?
Me and Dad have got a little gym in Eltham. So we do like box size classes, PT classes. So we run that from the afternoon until like 9 at night. So what normally happens is Dad trains me in the morning. I'll go to work around 2, 3, depending on when I'm boxing. I'll work till 9, doing all our classes, and then I'll go and train again. So when he's coming up nearer to fight, I sort of don't do as many hours or don't do as many days. So, but then it's tough because then Dad's covering me, but then he has to then get up in the morning early and train me. So it's it's like on your elbows and everything. It's tough. So it's not really. I work, but I train. But then when I go to work, you don't really get to rest because you've got to pad everyone all night. So that's where over the years I've picked up little niggles and stuff as well. To be honest, so.
I guess that must be going well because you're both well-known South East London boxing family.
Yeah, we're doing really well. We're doing really well actually. Everyone really supports you, everything that you do. We've got a really nice bunch of people that come, kids, adults. Like one of our oldest clients is 70. He comes in every single week. He body spars. He absolutely loves it. So it's a nice place to go to work. Honestly, everyone that comes in is lovely, and everyone's come back and supported us after what's happened, after being out for like 5 months. We've been really lucky how good people are to us and coming back. And
finally, before we let you go, your fight against Ricky Little on September 5, Channel 5, a fantastic exposure, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Mickey Hennessy was really looked after me on this. After last time, they said they would have me back on, and they've stuck to their word. Everything Mick said they've done. I can't thank them enough because it's like unless you're on a TV thing, there's a possibility you might not be fighting until next year. So I'm really lucky and grateful that I've got this opportunity, and I've got to take it with both hands, and I will. Can you believe I was supposed to be getting married that night as well?
Sorry?
I was supposed to be getting married that night as well.
I didn't know that. So what's happened?
No, me and Bo were supposed to be getting married, and obviously because of what's gone on, everything's had to be pushed back to next year. So the date ain't going to waste theoretically, but it's a shame. But at least we've got something to look forward to now.
Oh, well, so when's the wedding now? Next year?
Yeah, September 3rd next year. It's actually moved the whole year, so it's a shame.
What are you going to do if there's a big Channel 5 show? You're fighting for the British flyweight title, and it's the night of the wedding. What happens then?
I don't know. Bo's quite hard, so I don't know. I might struggle with that one, but I reckon she'd let me. I don't know. I reckon she'd let me.
Sammy, absolutely pleasure speaking to you, and thanks for joining us.
Steve, thank you so much for your time. I'm really grateful. Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you. Send you your best to you. I don't know really. No, I don't know. I've met Bo, but all the best to your mum and dad anyway.
I will do, mate. I will do, mate. Love to the girls. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Look after yourself, mate.
For all boxing info, news, and latest interviews, amateur and pro across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.